Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. I'm here today with another giveaway, and this time I've mixed items that I had purchased several months ago for a future giveaway with some tags that I made that just really remind me of summer. A lot of times, a lot of us, when it comes to summer, we think of the beach, the ocean, because so many people do go there for their summer holidays. And so I got some paper on Amazon, and it's 4 of these paper pads that you get. I got them when they were on sale a few weeks ago. And this one was all about the ocean. And the funny thing is, as you see, they basically made their own collages. And then when I did my mixed media, I did collages as well. But mine, I just mixed them up a little differently. And you can see seahorses and shells and whales and starfish and jellyfish, and then of course maps. This reminds me of Mystical Misty. And just, it's really cool. Very nice. They mixed some really pretty pinks in there as well, but I didn't do that this time. Sometimes I just tear out the sea. You'll see. And you know, I love florals, but this time I tried not to. Handsome's favorite one is the one with the crab. So I thought, well, I did have a few items that I thought would go well with a more vintagey sea vibe. And so I made a tag flip with the items, and I'm going to move my mermaids a little bit over here and here. I've got lots of colors in the sea green, bluish green paints that I used and stuff. The first thing I did was I made a 3x3 card, an envelope, and that's what I came up with. I liked using the cheesecloth in that gorgeous green, and then I have some embroidery floss in the blue green that also has a little bit of, the floss has some metallic blue in it. This is just a piece that I fussy cut out of the paper, but that paper also tears really, really well. And then behind there, this is a piece of organza. And I'll show you real quick. There's the cheesecloth that I got, and they say turquoise. And then I got this on clearance at Hobby Lobby a few years back, this as well. And they call this foil dot organza that I got at Hobby Lobby, like I said, on sale. And that is turquoise as well, okay? It's fun using those, I think. And so that's going to, and just, I made my little envelope that goes with it off my envelope punch board from We Are Memory Keepers. And when it came to the ribbon and trim tassel, I just went through all my blues and blue greens. And the thing is, the person who wins this will be able to, I did tie this first in a knot. You can undo the bow, then you're gonna have to cut the knot probably. And then the person who wins it can use all of these trims and ribbons for future projects of theirs if they wanted to, because they're just put over this metal piece here, okay? And the first thing I had shown in a previous haul a few months back, these charms that are seashells. I did the topper, and I tried to make it look like waves with the darker blue. I did all of the hole reinforcers with We Are Memory Keepers reinforcer punch. And I got that on clearance too, as well, at Hobby Lobby some time ago. And then this little cabochon of a shark, that's from Amazon. So that's the first thing on the tag flip. And then I did this. I'm hoping that the light will pick this up. Isn't this gorgeous? This is a wax that Prima puts out, that I put on the shell, and a little bit up here and a little bit here. This is paste with sand in it, and I put that through this stencil from Dollar Tree, y'all, because I thought it looked like waves. This one right here. And then I also took my brush, I used this one, and I watered down my paints, my acrylic paints. I water them down, dip this in there, and tap, tap, tap. And I'm happy with how that came out. Then the back has this on it. You'll see that there's around the edges and stuff, there's distressed ink in several different colors. Here's my whale. I personally love whales. And then the stencil for this is still the texture paint with sand in it, but the one I use for that one is this, which is just nothing but holes. I got this for like, there's 3 stencils in it, and it's okay. I like the one with this one the best, but it's okay. This is Recollection, so at Michael's for, it was like $4 or something, 4 and some change. And as you see, I just kept tearing the paper and tearing the paper and tearing the paper and just piecing it together. I love doing collages. And what I put them on with this time, when I first started out, I was putting them on with my Pritt glue stick, and then I switched to the matte medium, this one. So let's see. I also put my paint, you can see, hope you can see my paint splatters. And a little bit on top of the texture paste, a little bit of the wax. And then the whales are on the back of this one as well. This is Handsome's favorite. I didn't do much to this one because he says it's perfect just like it is. I was so tempted to do something to the flowers, but when he said, no, it's perfect just like that, I thought, fine, I'll leave it alone. And on the back of that, I just did these, tore some of the roses that match here, color-wise. Then we have some bling that's clear, which I thought would be like, in my mind, I was thinking, okay, there's treasure at the bottom of the sea, and in that treasure chest is some beautiful bling. I did the cheesecloth again. I did the organza again and scrunched it up here on the side. And then I took let's see, this is how they started out. Just a gear from the ship is what I'm going to say. And excuse me, what I did next was just put some gesso on it. And then I got out my, let me see, my Distress ink first off in Rusty Hinge, and then in salvaged patina, and just kept dabbing. And I think the darker one is like, it's like walnut stain, and just kind of flicked it on there so that it was looking like it'd been in the water and was rusting. And then this is my favorite one. I'm sorry I didn't get my stencil out. It's put up in the closet, but did the stenciling here. That same texture paste in sand is here at the bottom of the ocean. I did, the seahorse was on the paper, but I ended up going over it time and time again, to be honest, with my vintage photo at first. But it kept, you know, because since it reacts to water, and I would put, you know, different distress stains, which are these guys. I have the old ones which have the dauber at the top. And this one's in tumbled glass. I also used the one in antique linen. And I also used the one in brushed corduroy. And it kept washing out because, you know, I would add more water and have it drain through the texture paste that went through the stencil. And I was like, well, what to do. So I looked it up because I was like, I've done this so many times, and you see I tried to do the darker shade here and do some shading and stuff, and this is a little bit darker, but that ended up not as dark as I wanted. But anyway, and when I looked it up, they said buy Tim Holtz's Distress Glaze, and once you rub that in, it'll stay put. You know, it'll be waterproof then. So I did that, but I will tell you all something. And I can't give credit where credit is due. I apologize for that, but there was someone on YouTube that said, Vaseline. Just get Vaseline and use a teeny tiny bit and just rub it in where you want it, your distressings to stay, or your distress oxide. Rub that over them and they'll stay. I have a little bit of that wax here, a little bit here, and then I also did my paint splatters as well. On the back of this one, I did do a little pocket with a little fishy, and I did from that paper an envelope, and inside the envelope just a little card with a shell at the top of it, in case the winner would like to put this in a journal, a junk journal, or one of the ocean, or even a card. You can put that in a card. Then this one, I used this stencil with the texture paste, and I didn't like it. It's a nice stencil for plaid, but I'm not sure why I wanted plaid next to, here's the jellyfish, okay? With his tentacles as well. This is the jellyfish, or whatever he has under there. I don't know the proper term. And once I did my texture paste and did my paints and everything, I was like, I don't like it. So I was humming and hawing what to do. So I got out my cheesecloth and I just put down my matte medium, and I just put it over top and scrunched it here, scrunched it here, you know, to give all that texture and everything. And then before I put the anchor down, I took my embroidery floss, just one strand of each, lighter and darker blue, and just scrunch them around, put them down with the matte medium. Then when it came to the anchor, I wish that I had had a chain similar to the one right here to put on it and have it dangling down. I think that would be so cute. But I didn't have one. I had a short one, but it wasn't, you know, the links weren't this wide. And I was like, that's not what I want. I want a longer ones, so I did without. But this was a antique brassy looking one, and I went over it with let's see, is it Age Silver, I think, in that wax from Prima, and that's what I came up with. I was really happy with that one. And then this one has a pocket, or also has a whale, mama and baby, and then Sea Life, and then this one also has a little envelope with a little piece of stationery inside and a seashell that, again, if the winner wants to write a little something, put it in a journal, put it wherever they would like. And then the last thing is these are bags that you get, I think it's 24 in here, or I think. And they're glassine, and as you see, the craft color, which are perfect for vintage. And then the top, I put just tore one little section of paper out, put that down with my matte medium, put this trim on, which I thought color-wise was perfect. This is a hemp cord that I got at Hobby Lobby a few years back on clearance. Then put the key there, and what I put the key down with is Gem Tech. And like I said, they all have the hole reinforcers, and this has it on the back as well. And that's what is going to be in this giveaway. And I wanted to do something different instead of just saying, you know, okay, here's the, you know, 3-4 items that I promised on a future giveaway. I wanted to do something a little different, and a lot of my subbies could care less about my handmade stuff, to be, well, they've shown me that, but some of y'all really do like handmade items as well, and you all do other crafting that you could place the tags in. And also, those tags are great if you've got somebody a summer gift, you know, or even a souvenir. Let's say if you did go to the beach and you wrapped them up a little something and then have that kind of tag to from, I think that might be fun as well. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I did put this darling little green charm on my little tassel here because I thought it reminded me of glass from the ocean. So if you're interested in entering this giveaway, first off, you have to be 18 or older. You have to be a subscriber to my channel. You have to say in the comments why you love ocean-themed items. Maybe you have a memory of the ocean. I do. I have some memories of good friends taking me with them, being chaperoned by a lovely lady, and just having good, clean fun. And for several years, actually. And let's see, and you do need to be a U.S. resident because this, I have to package this a certain way. And that's it. And I'd like to thank you all for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.